Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we are going to be playing the Fates. And yeah, we have a kind of an interesting shop here. I mean, we want to take the Cindy because it's a 2/2. We want to lock the Cindy rather. We want to take the Wizard's Familiar to fade it, but we can't unfortunately lock the Cindy there because the spell was uncastable, so we had to let it go. But fortunately for us, the Cindy does come back in the next shop with a more relevant spell, so we're going to be able to buy our familiar as well as cast our spell and then buy our Cindy. We don't get any Cindy progress, but I think the stats are a little bit more important here. So yeah, we go for that. Come up against Sadrak, who's playing a couple unicorns. Looks like he got an initial slay and then got those unicorns kind of to start popping off immediately. And yeah, we do lose that fight. They get their 4 glory, but we get our faded triple now, so we're going to take lock chest. I think it's not particularly close with these other two as our starting treasure. I mean, it could be crystal ball, it could be treasure map. Level 3 treasures are of course premium at this stage in the game. We're just going to take a tiny here and play 3 units. Fortunately for us, Muerte is very, very weak. They just don't have a lot of stats on board anyways, so even with our 1 unit down, we managed a win. This shop, not so great. We're just going to take the Vainpire, throw a Jekyll's Concoction onto it, and hope that it gets a slay. And it does get a slay. There was a fail case there with a 3/10 happy little tree, but we got the right RNG there. And yeah, that should allow it to keep getting slays after that initial one. In general, like the risk with taking slay units early is like if you start missing slays immediately, then they just stay small forever, and it's so hard to get them going once you miss the slay. We're gonna cycle a black cat out of the shop here. We're gonna take our Vainpire pair, of course, and we're gonna lock this cantrip. I mean, it's stats onto our familiar, as well as we might be able to get our Cindy quest done next turn. We get a couple more slays from our Vainpires there as well, which is great. Our luck chest opens and the 3s are like not that great. I mean, Sarcophagus is good, but it's not like amazing on our board. We don't have any black cats or anything, but we do have a couple evil characters, so Sark is still worth it here. It still offers us some amount of tempo. We're gonna pick up a Spellweaver. I mean, we've got this Wizard's Familiar already. We might as well, and then we sell down for the spell here. So we're gonna be able to make the Spellweaver a 4/5. And finish our Cindy quest. We pick up a Shepherd Sling. Just nothing else like super interesting in that treasure selection. So, also Spellweaver is another evil character, which is definitely relevant. Okay, we find Chupacabra on 4.0 here. We've got the double Vainpires, like we might as well. It's also another evil character for Sark, so I think we're gonna take the Chupacabra and we're just gonna cast the spell onto it, just to again, just to get that initial slay. As well as, I mean, casting a spell is good for our units that care about spells. So getting it up to 12 power should be a decent amount. Should be enough to slay, hopefully. Yeah, we did end up supporting it with the Wicked Witch as well, just to make sure, and we do get the slay, so that's great. Yeah, it's an 8/13 Wicked Witch there, which we make pretty short work of. Nothing in this shop that looks exceptionally appealing. Black Cat's like always kind of interesting because of the Sarcophagus, but I think we can do better. We're not exactly hurting for tempo here. We get a Vainpire triple, and we're gonna just slam that Bad Moon. I mean, we're already slaying. There's also another River Wish here, so let's just go for it. Fortunately for us, our Chupacabra was big enough to withstand a hit there, and we managed to get their slay with the Chupa, which is great. All that Bad Moon value is going to be very, very important. There's a Mummy, which I was considering the Mummy, but I mean it's a little bit late for that, so we probably don't take it here. Also, there's the cantrip, but I don't know if we want to spend 1 gold. Eventually, I decided I do want to spend the gold to get that. There's the end. We're gonna cast it. We're just gonna go up experience here. I mean, there's not a ton left on 4 that we want. Like we want very specific things. So we just go to 5 here, and yeah, now I think we're gonna sell down for this Nean. We're strong enough that we should be okay with that. Like we should be able to do fine this combat even with 6, because we have so many stats on board. We're just going to try and position optimally here. Unfortunately, the Lightning Dragon on the other side does take out a River Wish. Gets rid of some of our scaling. The Sadrak has Baba Yaga already, which we find our own, so that's fine. Considering the Lance, I mean, Lance, of course, I think it's level 5 treasure potentially, but I mean, we don't really have a way to get it going here, so like, it's a little bit sketchy. And like, at 9 power at this stage in the game, it's probably not going to slay. So, like, without any like real good supports or access to like Crystal Ball or something to pump a bunch of spells into it, it's like it's hard to justify taking it unless it's early or something. Like, it does scale. It's like one of the best scaling slay characters, but again, we need to get that initial slay. It's so important. All right, we find a Nean triple upgrade here, and it does have Horn of Olympus, which we are just going to windmill slam there. And that's going to allow us to fix our positioning, and we're going to get our River Wish and Baba Yaga supports on everything in the front row. Opponent does they do get a Pigamorph out of their monster book there. They're, I think, 4 or 3 experience ahead on 6 right now. So yeah, they're very scary. Plus they have Crystal Ball, Moonsong Horn, and a treasure map. So they could they're definitely something I'm gonna have to watch out for. We do get another Baba Yaga here that we locked in the shop last time. So we've got a decent backline now for our slay comp here. I was considering buying this Nean as well, just because like Evil Eye is so good if we can get one. All right, nothing out of this shot that we want here. And yeah, the fact that this Chupa kind of has missed a couple slays now, you can see like 23 is like probably not even that reliable anymore. We're gonna throw another Jekyll's Concoction onto it and hope that it's enough. I also considered locking for that Medusa, but I think we're just gonna let it go. And yeah, look, this is another Hat Ball player, and again we miss a Chupacabra slay, and like it makes all the difference in the world there. And yeah, this opponent is also really large. So they've been scaling with those with Hat Ball for quite a while, and yeah, we've got a couple very tough opponents in the lobby. So again, like, we're missing those slays is so huge and sets us back so far with our scaling. So now this Chupacabra is just like really not that reliable anymore, and like we need to hit something here. We're gonna take a Empress P, which is like, it's got even less attack than the Chupacabra, but like this is kind of a pivotal turn for us. Basically, if we can't slay with this Empress P, like we're pretty much done. Like, either we have to try and transition into a scam board, or we're just gonna die. So this is insanely huge. They go first. The Medusa fortunately misses the Empress P, and we do get the Empress P slay. It was 3 and 4 to slay because opponent is playing a ton of copycats up front. Thankfully for us. And yeah, we do get that Empress P slay. So the amount of stats that we get on that Empress P just from that single slay is a huge difference maker for us. We do knock Morgan down to 2, which is going to give them a level 6 treasure. So it's another thing we have to watch out for. So very strong opponent so far. But yeah, you can see the size of that Empress P. We went from 18 to 38 there power. And we're gonna take another River Wish. We would like to get that upgraded if we can. All right, we're against Muerte again. The opponent that had it was they had Moonsong Horn, Crystal Ball, and Treasure Map last time we saw them. So that's definitely concerning. We're going to take the Staff of the Old Toad. There's a lot of things that we need to buy that are higher than level 3. We can replace it with this other River Wish and just hope to get our scaling. And unfortunately, they found Holy Grail, so they are absolutely huge. I mean, fortunately, we're fighting them before the Grail turn, I guess. But also we missed our Empress P slay. But since the Empress P did have a ton of stats on it, our backline is quite big. So we are actually going to win the fight just thanks to those P stats. Those P stats, again, are so important. That one slay is like literally the difference between winning and losing this game, or between success and failure anyways with the slay comp. All right, yeah. Now, I mean, we find another Empress P, which is fantastic. We definitely need to take that, and then we find a. We're gonna lock this Evil Twin for the Empress P triple, and we're gonna take Sultak because I mean we've seen a few people playing they're playing spells anyways, so like we need to protect ourselves against like smites or lightning bolts and things like that. Like we haven't seen any dragons per se yet, but again, like our supports are so important at this point that we just need to play the Sultak to protect it. And yeah, we end up with the win against that player. And we get some good scaling. Now we've got this Empress P up to a very large 92, 104, and yeah, double those stats will go on to our supports now. So that's huge. And we get a level 6 treasure selection. And I think we're not going to take any of this. Mimic doesn't really do much here. Wand is okay, but like it's just not really doesn't fit into our game plan. Like we just want to scale. We're not trying to like roll down for Pigomorphs at this point. And the Spear of Achilles is fine, but I think like Bad Moon, which is the one that I would want to replace it with, is probably a little bit better just because of our supports. I think Bad Moon's just going to give us more stats overall, like permanent stats. We're gonna lock this Echo Wood potentially. We might want to take it, and we're gonna move our Sultak down to 3, and then move our Baba Yaga over because we want to protect the Baba Yaga. It does kind of it hurts our positioning when we're attacking. And yeah, Horde Dragon now has Hat Ball plus 9th book, but we do get our Empress P Slay. And we get our Empress P stats onto the back line, but they do hit a Pigomorph off their 9th book spell, and then they hit another Pigomorph off of another 9th book spell, and it's just a little bit too much for us. Fortunately, we do have the HP to take a loss, so we do take that loss, and yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have to just hope that we just have to pray that we don't get scammed against that opponent, and also they're scaling very fast with those with the Scion and the 9th book, and everything they cast as well as everything that dies scales those Scions, so it's gonna get very large very quickly here. Just debating on whether I want to take this Echo Wood or not. It's like a little bit risky because if it just gets attacked into or just gets spell scammed immediately, then it's probably just not worth it. And there's another Echo Wood. Again, still really heavily considering it. We're gonna fire off this Pigomorph though. There's another Yorm, which we are gonna take. We don't need the units on our bench anymore. And yeah, we're just gonna jam it in there. And this is another player. Muerte now also has Moonsung Horn, Crystal Ball plus 9th book. Remember, they Holy Grailed, and it looks like they just went digging for Scions. They do hit us with another Pigomorph out of their 9th book, but fortunately for us, I mean, there's the second Pigomorph as well. But I mean, all the stats that we have on Empress P were enough to have our backline survive this time, and yeah, we get the win and take them out. So yeah, this Empress P just like really pivotal here for our game plan. There's the Sultak triple, but I mean that's not really something we're interested in. There's the Yorm triple. I mean we would like a Phoenix Feather at this point. Unfortunately, there's no Phoenix Feather. None of those are very appealing. Probably the worst level 6 treasure selection for us there. And yeah, now we're just gonna sell the Sultak, and we're gonna take this Echo Wood, and we're just gonna hope, because yeah, again, look at the size of these Scions. And yeah, with every single death, the Scions grow bigger and bigger. But fortunately for us, they only take out one of our River Wish Mermaids. And again, this Empress P gets the Slay and makes Yorm huge, which consequently makes our Echo Wood huge. And yeah, we come away with the win there. So we do have to, the combat RNG has to go our way, but if it does, then we definitely have a shot here. Opponent is very powerful though. If they can Pigomorph our Empress P, we might just be dead. So that's pretty much like our biggest concern. I mean, if they take out our Baba Yaga as well, like we might not have enough scaling to get bigger than the Scions. So we're very much at risk here. It's possible that just like I shouldn't have sold the Sultak. I should have sold the Vainpire. Although Vainpire is pretty large, so it's hard to sell a 100 character. Yeah, we don't find much in these shops, so we just settled on a Poison Apple, hoping that helps us enable our Slay. It goes onto their big Scion, which is huge for us, and the lightning bolt doesn't hit our River Wish mermaids, which is enormous for us. And we get our Empress P Slay, we get our Yorm stats, and then we get our Vampire Slay as well. So combat RNG comes up huge for us here, and our Empress P dies before the lightning bolt goes out onto the River Wish mermaid there. We do lose one River Wish mermaid, but it's not enough, and yeah, we take down 9th book mages. So yeah, that was a wild one. I was on the edge of my seat during this one. There were like so many things had to go right for us. I'm not entirely sure we were favored. Like, I mean, as long as we get our slay, we win. But there's just like always that risk in these last few fights. And again, I kind of made a mistake by not keeping the soul tack to keep my protect my supports from lightning bolts and stuff, and we almost got punished for it. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all that fun stuff that helps the algorithm. I would very, very much appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.